Hello everybody, what's up now? This is the Jose Gagnon guy, the random guy and today we'll be continuing on with some more Season 2 Everything Wrong Thomas the Train commentaries. And in this episode, we're finally on episode 8, and we will be meeting one of our very first newest characters that appears in this season, whose name is Duck, and he's a green train. He also says how he used to be called Montague, but they just let him stay with the name Duck because it's just easier for everyone to understand, I'm guessing. So I hope you all enjoy. I'll be doing 2 Season 2 episodes today for all your enjoyment. So let's get started with this first one, Duck Takes Charge. Hope you all enjoy. Yeah.
Do you know what? Asked Percy. What? Grunted Gordon. Do you know what? Silly, said Gordon. Of course I don't know what, if you don't tell me what is. Sir Topham Hatt says that the work in the yard is too heavy for me. He's getting a bigger engine to help me. Rubbish, said James. Any engine could do it. If you worked more and chattered less, this yard would be a sweeter, a better, and a happier place.
Of course, Gordon and James just don't care that there's another engine, especially a tank engine, because they're not really too excited when it comes to about some tank engines coming. But, at least they'll be getting more help, so that's the amazing news. So they should be grateful that they'll be getting more help with their jobs, man. Who cares about the size of the train, man? What matters is that they're getting more help with their work and stuff, man, on the railroad, because running a railroad can be pretty stressful, man. It's pretty craziness.
Percy went off to fetch some coaches. That stupid old signal, he thought. He was remembering the time he'd misunderstood a signal and gone backwards instead of forwards. No one listens to me now. They think I'm a silly little engine and order me about. I'll show them. But he didn't know how. By the end of the afternoon, he felt tired and unhappy. He brought some coaches to the station. "Hello, Percy," said Sir Topham Hatt. "You look tired." "Yes, sir. I am, sir. I don't know if I'm standing on my dome or on my wheels." "You look the right way up to me," laughed Sir Topham Hatt. "Cheer up. The new engine is bigger than you and can probably do the work alone. Would you like to help build my new harbor? Thomas and Toby will help too."
And in the last episode we did, the one that had Trevor in it, you could tell that the harbor was being, was getting itself prepared. So that's why he's telling Percy about it, so that Percy can go and join Thomas and help, get the harbor set up. Because there'll be lots of work to do with the harbor too, man. More locations. That's the greatness, everybody. Yeah. Because locations means you get to explore different parts. It's the super amazingness, man. You're all gonna love this.
"Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir." The new engine arrived. "What's your name?" asked Sir Topham Hatt. "Montague, sir, but I'm usually called Duck. They say I waddle. I don't really, sir, but I like Duck better than Montague." "Good. Duck it shall be." "Here, Percy, show Duck around." The 2 engines went off together. Soon they were very busy.
I'm surprised Sir Topham Hatt didn't judge, Duck when he said that he wanted to be called that. But then again, he is kind of a respectable boss person, so he doesn't really care, just as long as they go and do the work and get the things done around, man. It doesn't matter. And your name, like what the names are. Like, you can be called whatever the heck you want. Just get the work done, people. Get the things done now. Do it. You gotta be busyness. Busyness means you're the amazing and the useful, too.
James, Gordon, and Henry watched Duck quietly doing his work. He seems a simple sort of engine. We'll have some fun and order him about. Quack, 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 wee.
And this is the thing about them making fun of, but you know, you can't really blame them because when when you get called Duck, I mean, look, he's green, and lots of ducks have green feathering on their bodies. And like he said before, on his old railway, they called him a duck because whenever he was moving around, it's like he was waddling. So I mean, you can't really blame Gordon and Henry for acting this way in his face, just because of the name, man, and the color that he is. These are craziness, man. Craziness.
Smoke billowed everywhere.
But of course, they're also being a jerk to him just because he's smaller than they are, and they just love being jerks to the smaller trains, because that's what they do, man. The bigger ones just like being jerks to the smaller ones. That's the way they do things. That's just the attitude they have, man.
Percy was cross, but Duck took no notice. They'll get tired of it soon. Do they tell you to do things, Percy? Yes, they do, answered Percy. Right, said Duck. We'll soon stop that nonsense. He whispered something. We'll do it later. Sir Topham Hatt was looking forward to hot buttered toast for tea at home. Suddenly he heard an extraordinary noise. Wheeze! Bother, he said, and hurried to the yard. Duck and Percy calmly sat on the switches outside the shed, refusing to let the engines in. Gordon, James, and Henry were furious. Stop that noise! Bellowed Sir Topham Hatt. They won't let us in, hissed Gordon. Duck, explain this behavior. Beg pardon, sir, but I'm a great Western engine. We do our work without fuss. But begging your pardon, sir, Percy and I would be glad if you would inform these engines that we only take orders from you.
Plus, they were being big jerks to Duck when he came, but they do, like I said, they do that to all the other small engines. So that's just their thing that they like to do, is just boss around the little engines. They don't treat them like they're equals, pretty much. They just like being bossy to the smaller trains. But so Topham Hatt's the boss, and he wants everyone to get along, because getting along is how you make the things be better in life, man. Doesn't matter what size you are, just try to get along with each other, try to get the things done. Try to be happiness, man. Happiness is what we try to do, man, in the life.
Quiet, said Sir Topham Hatt. Percy and Duck, I am pleased with your work today, but not with your behavior tonight. You have caused a disturbance. Gordon, Henry, and James sniggered. As for you, thundered Sir Topham Hatt, you've been worse. You made the disturbance. Duck is quite right. This is my railway, and I give the orders. After Percy went away, Duck was left to manage alone. He did so easily.
That's why you never mess with the boss man, because the boss man always sets the thing straight in your faces, man. The boss man makes sure that you got to do the things, you got to be, caring and kind, and you just got to stay busy, man. Do everything. But that was the Duck Takes Charge. Like I said, I'll be doing one other Season 2 episode today I'll be doing some more tomorrow since I got more time to do for tomorrow. So I hope you all enjoyed, and here comes the next video for you, everybody. Yeah, man.